We're here in Egypt, sailing on a felucca on the Nile River. And you know, it wasn't far from here, off in the Nag Hammadi Desert, where in 1945, a shepherd named Muhammad Ali, along with a number of his companions, were out in the desert looking for fertilizer. Now, what they found with not fertilizer, but their shovels uncovered a body and a 4-foot-high jar. In 1945, a lot of things were happening globally in the European and Pacific theater. Nobody was paying attention to a sheep herder and farmer in the backwaters of Egypt. And yet, a shepherd and farmer named Muhammad Ali in Upper Egypt, in the approximate location we're at today in Nag Hammadi, along with a number of his friends looking for fertilizer in the desert, uncovered a large earthenware jar. That jar, chief among its contents, was the Gospel of Thomas. Only 11 years before that, a philosopher and scholar in Germany named Walter Bauer published a famous monograph known as Heresy and Orthodoxy in Earliest Christianity. His thesis was that the scene of early Christianity was a theological quagmire. Groups were contending and fighting for who Jesus was. You didn't have just one portrayal of Jesus. And in that sense, it wasn't that there was a Christianity, but Christianities. The discovery of the Gospel of Thomas and other documents like it in 1945 and following confirmed that there were questions as to whether the Gospels that we have in the Bible were really an accurate and historical portrayal of who Jesus was.
Many ancient texts like the Nag Hammadi Library ended up in small villages in rural Egypt, found by farmers and in some cases archaeologists. Documents like the Gospel of Thomas, Philip, and Judas found their origins with a number of mystic religious sects from across the ancient world.
After they discovered the Nag Hammadi Library in the desert, Muhammad Ali and his brother brought the documents here to Al-Qasr, the oasis in the desert. Not knowing what they really were, some were burned and destroyed, while others were collected and eventually got in the hands of antiquity dealers.
After their discovery by the Bedouin farmers in 1945, they almost didn't survive. Some of the ancient papyri were tossed into a courtyard full of animals. Others used as kindling to cook bread. Many of these ancient papyri found in the desert, biblical or otherwise, often defy the odds when it comes to surviving for centuries.